When it comes to putting up structures there in the first place, a lot of people have said that, especially with the Wager Dam in that area, some of these settlements are simply hazardous, that they shouldn't have been there in the first place. And that time and again, warnings have been issued. We've spoken about some of this before. What is the reality from the engineering perspective?
Well, the Greater Accra Regional Minister must be applauded in no uncertain terms. Every single now and then, I know he's going through a lot of obstacles in the actions he is taking. Some of the MMDCEs are unfortunately sleeping because there are specific laws that within a certain boundary of the wager, the Densu, no settlement is supposed to take place there. So when I hear the MMDCs lamenting that we have told them not to stop and not to construct, and they are constructing, the laws are explicit. It said any building which interferes with the public right of space must be pulled down without any condition. It says that the officers of the land, the assembly, may without notification to the developer carry out instant demolition, alteration, abatement when those buildings are considered as a nuisance to the environment. And these buildings are nuisance to the environment. Now let me give you this to say, governments have been talking about one challenge they have, that because of our land tenure system, government doesn't have absolute control of sales of land. But that's why government was so smart enough to put it in the law that I don't have the control of your land. But once your land is situated in a flat-prone area, I have my discretion not to issue you permit for construction. So government has a power that can be used. You have your land. This land can only be used for agricultural use, because they are very close to the river. But when you want to come and put up physical edifices, the law prevents you from doing that. And there's one of the laws that says that even in the swampy area, if you are going to put up a building closer to a swampy area, you have to provide alternative flood control measures before the assembly will now give you approval, i.e. creating of big channels so that any water that is supposed to be facing your facility will be diverted so that it doesn't inconvenience those who are behind you. So the laws are there. It's the application. And then the assemblies work. The task force have to be, they shouldn't be pathetic with the issues. I think they're having a lot of empathy for the people. But Ghanaians, when you allow them to put out those buildings there, they are behaving like ostriches. They know that when the rains come, they will be affected. But the normal thing, now me prevent me tiatum, so you allow the person to rather endanger himself. Yesterday the PRO was saying that if we don't spill the wager and the dam collapses, within about 5 more years, in fact, when it collapses, people are going to die. We are going to lose almost all the property within that catchment area, and it takes us about 5 years to construct a new dam. And that Wager Dam is supplying water to Accra, the Greater Accra, about 80% of the whole population of Greater Accra. So you can imagine that if we should go down for 5 years without the water, without the dam. So the spillage is necessary. They have been duly warned. For the past 5 years, we sit on radio and talk about the fact that people should not put up their structures within those catchment areas. When there's spillage, they will be affected. Yet, they are still doing it.